Hi, I'm Brent Rose for About.com, and I love avocados. And if you clicked on this video, I'm guessing you do too. One of people's biggest pet peeves about avocados is how the uneaten half of one or the leftover portion of guacamole turns brown rather quickly. Now, this is just normal oxidation, and it's usually still perfectly edible. However, it might not be something you want to serve to company. So I'm here to demonstrate and test a few simple tricks to keep your avocados from browning. Using a sharp knife, slice your avocado in half lengthwise, slowly circling the entire pit. Then gently twist it apart. If you're only going to use one half, use the half without the pit. Virtually all experts agree keeping the pit with the avocado you're trying to preserve is one of the best tricks. This works for guacamole too. Simply leave the pit in it. Since oxidation is caused by exposure to air, the less air that comes into contact with the avocado, the better. Plastic containers work quite well, and they're reusable, but some people prefer to use airtight, non-gas permeable baggies, since less air can get in there. We'll test that theory in a second. Some plastic wraps will also work, but many are polyethylene based, which will allow air in, and therefore are no good. Put the half with the pit in the bag, then squeeze or suck out as much air as possible, seal it, and put it in the fridge. Keeping the air out and leaving the pit in are general rules you should follow for all of these techniques. Before putting the avocado in a container, brush the exposed surface with some olive oil. In theory, this creates a thin barrier between the fruit and the air. Some people use this trick with their guacamole, but I wouldn't recommend it since it'll add a lot of extra oil. Seal the avocado and then refrigerate it. Squeeze a bit of fresh lemon juice onto the flesh of the avocado and rub it in a little before sealing it and refrigerating it. Lemon juice is known to inhibit oxidation, but it will add a bit of lemony flavor to your avocado. Depending on what you plan on doing with it, that may be just fine. The same goes for guac. This is a cool one. Chop some onion into fairly big chunks and put them in a plastic container. Then simply place the avocado on top, face up, seal it, and pop it in the fridge. For guac, just gently place the large chunks on top so you can pick them out later. Seal and refrigerate. Some people will tell you to put your avocado in water, or water with lemon juice. In my experience, this makes for a slimy, watery avocado, and so I recommend against it. Finally, every test needs a control, so I've put 1/2 of an avocado in the fridge without any protection at all. Alright, it's been 72 hours since I put the avocados in the fridge. Let's see which ones fare the best in order from most brown to least brown. Here's the control, the avocado that didn't have a pit or any protection in the fridge. It's the most brown, it's also dry and tough. The control is followed closely by the avocado that was left in the water. Not only is it very brown, it's also mushy, slimy, and gross. Next up is olive oil, which didn't do too badly at all. It was followed closely by the plastic baggie, which was less brown, but it did have sort of a slimy texture to it. It was tough to pick a winner between the lemon juice, which had very little browning at all, and the onion technique, which not only had very little browning, but also didn't really have any effect on the flavor, because the onion only touched the skin and not the fruit inside. Here you can see the results of these techniques all lined up next to each other. They're placed in order of my favorite at top left, all the way down to my least favorite at bottom right. It should be noted that no two avocados are exactly the same, so your results may vary. Also, if your avocado has some browning, you can always just use a spoon to scrape off the brown stuff and eat what's underneath it. Thanks for watching. To learn more, visit us on the web at About.com.